Hello and welcome to episode 10 of our Timberborn Update 3 Let's Play on hard mode with the Iron Teeth faction. Last episode we planted a whole bunch more trees, took care of some more farming type stuff, built up this reservoir area a little bit, and did some more improvements to our first district. But there's a lot of stuff we still have to do, a couple of mistakes that you guys in the comments caught that we're going to fix, as well as a lot of optimizations around storage that have been highly requested, and a whole bunch of improvements to our industrial area. And if we have time, I would like to go ahead and add another district over here so we can get some of this metal harvested and plant and grow some more trees. So first things first, let's go ahead and pause the game real quick, take stock of where we're at, make sure we're doing some intentional design decisions here. Now, one of the problems with this area is that the storage is kind of spread out, and a couple of you have noted this. Like, we have all of this. Well, these are all empty, so we can actually just go ahead and delete these, because we're going to fix this momentarily. The planks, they're going to end up going somewhere else. But we'll go ahead and get rid of all of that. Make sure we reconnect this pathway here, because we're going to go ahead and get rid of these. We'll come back to this in a second when we fix the rest of our food. This is going to be some more wheat, but we're going to do a couple of other things first before we get too much further here. Now, a couple of you sharp-eyed people among you have discovered this is a medical bed. I meant to put a teeth grindstone here, so we'll get rid of that and we'll replace it immediately with a teeth grindstone. Make sure that's pointing the right way, and it was. A medical bed is nice, but in this whole area of lumberjack activity, you kind of want to keep the teeth of the beavers in good condition, so we'll make sure to do that. And someone else very kindly pointed out that I have been cutting down these chestnut trees that are not regrowable because of the range of the forester, so we're going to put an immediate stop to that. Just take this entire section out. So we have this whole area right here that is presently set up as, well, nothing. But we can go ahead, put in another warehouse, probably just go right like that, and we'll make that into chestnut storage. So let's go ahead before that gets built, set this up for raw chestnuts, which also means we can take some of this and get rid of these empty planks again. Carrots, we're gonna fix that in a second so we can get rid of those. Potatoes, get rid of that. Don't worry, all of the contents of this will be available to be picked up from the ground. We're just doing a little bit of maintenance here. And this gatherer flag can go bye-bye as well. That'll get taken care of with something else. These berries I'm going to leave right here because there's really no reason to get rid of them. But that should fix a couple of more frustrating problems. And back here, these are all birch trees. We don't need to be planting any more birch trees because we're at the point now where we really just need the longevity of the maples, and that's what we're going to replant as soon as this is all grown up, ready to go. I think we can actually plant a couple of maples already. We'll get that going on these guys. And elsewhere in this district, I wanted to make sure, one, that we got a little bit more wheat growing, but we can further optimize some of this by branching out into some other stuff we haven't been growing. We haven't put in any aquatic, I don't know why I clicked that. We haven't put in any aquatic farming yet, and we're probably going to have to prepare a special area just for that. That probably isn't going to happen in this episode. But we can plant some stuff like sunflowers that we haven't had before, because sunflower seeds are a good snack. This faction, Iron Teeth, does not use them for fuel because the golems, bots, whatever they're called now, are powered by electricity or mechanical energy that just turns into electricity. I don't really have a complete grasp on stuff, but they call it a charging station, so looks to me like he's getting wound up. Mechanical potential energy, spring-loaded clockwork, something like that. We will leave them to that. So this whole area probably isn't going to change too much, but we do need to make sure that everything else is optimized. We have so many potatoes. I don't need to plant any more potatoes. We might actually even take some potatoes away. Just make sure that we can have everything we need to have good to go. I think I'll turn maybe just this whole thing right here into sunflowers, because we are otherwise in pretty good shape. Let them harvest all of that. We also, last episode, 2 episodes ago, I can't quite remember, we started collecting maple syrup and pine resin. We're going to be using those at some point. But now that we have maple syrup, we can also come over here and start putting in stuff for other food like maple pastries. So what we're going to have to end up doing for that is also beefing up our wheat supply by having more storage for that. So speaking of storage, let's take a quick moment and come over here. Now, a couple of you have commented that the storage, like I said before, is not really ideal by having stuff over here. And since we're trading so much with this district, the industrial zone, it just makes sense to have all of our storage kind of in the same spot, which we've kind of started to do here with our storage for explosives, gears, paper, grilled potatoes, carrots, bread, grilled chestnuts, and this currently isn't holding anything. So we'll have to find something to put in here. What I'm proposing is to put a second layer of these medium warehouses right here and either reinforce the capacity we have for these things or add some other stuff that's tangentially related to it. So obviously we're not going to have another thing of explosives. That's just really not necessary. Gears, we probably don't need more than 200 ever for this other district. Grilled chestnuts, I probably will build another thing for that. Bread, absolutely. Carrots, absolutely. Grilled potatoes, absolutely. Paper, probably not. Because for those other things, we already have a full thing of carrots and a full thing of grilled potatoes. So we probably don't need to have too much more capacity, but, you know, it can never hurt. Let's go ahead and select something that's going to go in here. We have pretty much every other food that we're making already accounted for. Plenty of storage for all that. But did we have... yeah, we already had the grilled chestnuts. Let's go ahead, since we're just talking about it. Maple pastries. Why not? We'll do that. And then in preparation for this other stuff, let's go ahead and put in a second level here. We'll put in path, and then we'll do a second stack of these warehouses. And we'll assign stuff accordingly to go in here. And we've got gears in here. We have explosives down there, so we'll come back to these. Down below here we have paper. Again, that's not really going to be a problem. Grilled potatoes. So we could also have another thing of grilled potatoes and regular potatoes. Seems like a smart move because we just destroyed a warehouse of regular potatoes. For carrots, we probably don't need another thing of carrots, but for bread, we could definitely have more bread. And we could also have, related to bread, we could have wheat flour. We have chestnuts here, grilled chestnuts. Why not have more grilled chestnuts? Maple pastries. Why not have, related to maple pastries, either more, it's cattail flour, either more wheat flour or, actually no, I can't put maple syrup in a warehouse. It has to go in a tank. Never mind. What else have we missed here? I guess we could just do, more wheat flour. It probably doesn't hurt. We're not going to have any spatterdock or anything. Oh no, we could just have regular wheat. Never mind. We'll do that. Regular wheat. We'll have bread. Did I not do wheat? Okay, I did wheat flour. That's fine. It does have to be in a perfectly logical place anyway. So we've got that taken care of. That will be a big help. We'll continue making other adjustments to this as necessary. So why don't we just go ahead and plant some more wheat. They will eventually grab all of that stuff off the ground. Not going to have to worry about that. This will become sunflowers. Might as well just go ahead and plant it now. There's not really any reason not to. They'll take care of that. We've got this set up to handle our chestnuts. And then I think the rest of this is probably okay. Although I do want to go ahead, all this stuff back. I do want to start, blowing this up to create more capacity for our big reservoir up here. So I think the best way to do that is going to be putting in another set of stairs. Or I could just, you know, build... No, it's probably faster to just put in the stairs. And then put a pathway going all the way around. Because we're going to have to be able to get everywhere. Now you might be saying, why are you going to blow all this up? Well, the quick answer is because I can. The second answer is because it's a lot of fun to watch stuff explode. Third answer is, of course, because it provides more capacity for our water storage system. So we will just be placing all of these. And slowly over the period of the next episode, we will be placing a ton of dynamite and watching it go boom. Which is always fun. And then we have this district over here, or this area down here. We're probably also going to blow up, but I want to get this level before we even try that. So that should be all set, ready to go. I realize we've been paused for a long time. Bear with me. I want to try and get a lot of this stuff set up before we start doing other projects, and I forget. Now, in terms of water storage, I think capacity-wise we're doing okay. If we get too much bigger in terms of beaver population, we're definitely going to want to add more storage for water. But I don't presently have any complaints. As far as food storage, again, we seem to be doing okay. But we're really hurting in our capacity to process wheat. So, as I was saying earlier, we really need to be more considerate of our storage limitations. Like we have, I think we only have space to store 60 wheat outside of, you know, the production buildings. Then I have wheat flour. We took care of wheat flour and wheat over there, but what I'm going to go ahead and do is put in this Mondo warehouse right here. And we're going to turn that into a storage for wheat flour, because right next to this, we're going to put a bakery to to make maple pastries, because we have, again, a ton of maple syrup, and we're going to have a ton of wheat flour, and the ingredients for maple pastries are wheat flour and maple syrup. And we're also going to put in a third grist mill over here, set up for wheat flour, and that should take care of all of this. Now, I don't want the dynamite to take precedence over all of that, so I will be elevating the importance of these three things to get the ball rolling on that, as well as our teeth grinder, I don't know, kind of an awkward thing there. Anyway, all this stuff will be first. Our massive storage upgrade will be second. That also delegates our levies to be a little bit lower priority. Guess I can put those back to normal so we don't bottleneck ourselves later trying to get the rest of this built. So now that that's taken care of, let's unpause. Let them get started with all of that and take a look at this area over here with our next reservoir. Now, the ultimate goal is to have this whole area more or less be its own reservoir. We're probably going to have to put another dam in here. But one of the things that I wanted to do is use this as emergency capacity. This should hold enough when it's pretty full to reliably refill at least a little bit of this section of the canal here. But it's really not going to do anything if the water can't come out. So you see this space right here, just so we don't have to really do too much else. This goes down 4 blocks. So if I take these out, make sure it's the right one. Take those 3 out and replace it with a floodgate. All the water is going to come out, and it'll go into this little river here, kind of refill this thing to a certain degree. And then we can come back in here with a triple floodgate, get that put in place, and then also come in and put in right here. Nope, that is the wrong building. Put in levees this time, as well as in the middle of this, put in some more triple floodgates. I guess I should make the top of these into dams anyway. That's probably fine. Let's not forget to put in our thing right here full of paths. That'll help this get a little bit better. Keep in mind the water is going to keep flowing out of the side here as a method of flood control. Eventually I do want to kind of tame this a little bit. But for right now, this is our gateway to our new district area. And I don't want this to flood, so we're probably actually going to replace this piece with a regular levee. Probably should super prioritize that, because as soon as this drought is over, then this will start flooding. But if we want to refill this whole area down here, then this really does not need to be discharging water. Don't worry, we will eventually have water come out here, probably through overflow on this reservoir when we actually get there. But for right now, I'd prefer not to flood this whole area. And we're not doing anything over here anyway, so it's not like it's really going to be a big deal not to have any water coming down this area. So they've got plenty to do. We really don't have a ton of beavers to be adding a lot more jobs. But stuff seems to be going okay, so I think we're probably doing just fine. Now in this district we have an unassigned golem, bot, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to have to start assigning some of these other jobs to the golems. Of course, the last episode we had these, I guess, iron bots start working on these other things. We're going to turn all the lumber mills into golem zones as we actually have golems to fill those jobs. So that's going to be fun when we get there. Another thing we really need to get done sooner rather than later is unlocking the number cruncher, because that's really going to help our science production. Unfortunately, it requires 1,500 science, and we only have 1,228. So that means our friends over here, well, they're actually currently working. Let's go ahead and put them on normal thing, and I guess we can go ahead and speed up our simulation. We've been on pause or one-time speed for the past, I don't know, 17 minutes. Not going to get a whole lot done doing that. And you can see they've already started putting in sunflowers here, so that is good progress there. Chestnuts have been, well, the warehouse has been constructed, so that's a good progress. Okay, these guys are supposed to be cutting. Well, they can't cut this stuff because we're using this for pine resin and maple syrup. So I guess that's okay. Do we have... Okay. Okay, so what jobs are they actually not filling? Because it says we have 9 empty vacancies, but I haven't clicked. No, there's still only one in the hauling post. Now I'm curious. Oh, that's the haulers, or lack thereof, have not How do I have all these jobs already automatically filled? Because it feels like these should be empty by this point. Oh well, I mean, if it works, it works. I'm not going to question it. Now, do we have a golem we can put in to this lumber mill. And I think we're going to be in good shape for that. We already have this starting to be built. Let's not forget to put our pathway down this whole little elevated thing, or we're going to get a bunch of errors saying, hey, this isn't connected to anything. And then I'll probably get angry about it and say, hey, why is that stupid thing not connected? And then it'll be my fault because I didn't put the path in. It's an easy thing to fix. Now, as far as this district is concerned, we have... Actually, we're doing okay on processing the wheat. We just can't make enough bread fast enough. Well, probably because nobody's working in the bread factory. Bakery, whatever. So that's something we could probably... Are we not... we're out of wood. That's right, because we don't have enough. We got to fix that. This district should... Well, they don't have a lot of wood either. So what we really need to do is we need to make sure... it's the lumberjack flags. We need to make sure that these are starting to become occupied, because we have so much wood we can, you know, actually use. But you can't use it if people aren't chopping it. So that's why our engines have ground to a halt over here, is they can't really, you know, do anything. Rest assured, as soon as we get to 1500 science, we're definitely getting a number cruncher. And I think I know exactly where I want to put it. I obviously can't unlock it, but I believe it's a like a cross-shaped thing. I think if I get rid of this one block right here on the corner, I think I can put one right here and have it still touch. Oh, I didn't think they were going to put this dynamite here that quickly, but all right. Blow that up. So I think it'll go 2 squares here, 2 squares here, 2 here, and 2 here. And connect nicely like that, and then we can put maybe another grist mill in front of it, because the number cruncher doesn't need doors, since beavers don't actually have to operate it. It's just a purely mechanical device. Which is interesting how it can generate science without any interference, so I don't know. Something interesting to think about. Okay, good. They finished this levee. We'll go ahead and reattach the pathway here a little bit later in the episode when we have a bit higher numbers in our beavers. We're going to build another district up here and start planting some more trees. But for right now, I believe we're in pretty good shape just to kind of let stuff go as it may. It looks like our wheat flour is doing well here. We have a bakery making maple pastries, which means we should be able to, well, I guess they won't have that completely full. Let's change this wheat flour into obtain mode, which means it can be stored somewhere else and then brought there. Now these are birch trees. And if you recall from me talking over here, we don't need to have more birch trees. We need to have longer lasting wood. So what we'll go ahead and do, we'll clear all of these from being planted, and we'll start replanting maples. They'll take a long time to grow. You know the drill. It's just how it goes. We have unexploded dynamite. You know what that means. Yes. I realized that was probably not super helpful, but it's still fun. And we keep running into this problem here where this kind of dries out. I wonder if I should put in a water dump up here. I kind of don't want to. But if this gets too low too long, it's definitely going to kill all these trees. That could be a fun problem for later. We might actually need, depending on how our population keep up, we might actually need more of these breeding pods. I keep seeing the conventional wisdom is that one pod can grow and sustain 10 population over time. So if we want to have a total of about 80, then I guess this is as much as we need. I'm not a super game theory expert for how most stuff in Timberborn works. But that seems to be what I keep seeing pop up in the comments when people are asking questions about it. But now we can put in some more sunflowers. And I don't think we have to process the sunflower seeds. I actually don't know if we even can. I don't think there's really any... No, it's just wheat flour, cattail flour. So I think they can just, you know, eat them as they come, which is a nice change. I don't think we've harvested any yet. No, but this has cleared this area up a whole lot, not having all this storage kind of in the way here. And having it set over here, did we really not assign anything here? I thought for sure we would have already done that. Anyway, gears. What am I going to put in here? What's in here again? Gears and explosives. All right, let's see. I already have maple pastries. I guess I could put sunflower seeds in one of these. Haven't done that yet. We haven't done anything with cattail crackers or spatterdock or whatever. I don't think we need to have dandelions. maybe books? No, we're not going to have books in this district because we have to actually have mechanical power to make those. I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss because I guess I could just assign it to something that I don't currently make, but that would just be kind of a waste of space, wouldn't it? I could just be boring and say put grilled potatoes in there. So we seem to have quite a few grilled potatoes. So that's what we'll do. We have another golem we need to find a home for. Which I am tempted. I don't need to unlock science right now. Or spend science, rather. I hate to waste a golem on a water dump, so I think we'll just high priority this until somebody comes and fixes it and puts more water in so these trees don't die. And then immediately make it a low priority job again. Alright, problem solved. That can go bye-bye. We are eventually going to have to start saving up to unlock golems going in these things. So right now we have 2 in the hauling post. We have all of these. I'm not going to enable... Oh, we're so close to 1,500. I could put them in this other farmhouse, but let's be honest, we're not making enough food for this really to matter. Grills, again, going to take science I don't want to spend yet. So I think the easy answer is just to make him a lumberjack, even though we don't have so much growing at this exact moment in time. Eventually we probably will, and then we probably also need to have more than 2 in the hauling post. Although they can work 24 hours, so I guess it's really not that bad. We are so close. We have 1,491 science. So we are going to fervently watch this ticker go up. Well, the beavers are sleeping right now, so that's probably not the best use of time. The storage is working nicely, though, and this area is looking good. And we even have some, explodey boys. So we'll keep watching them do that. Now, as far as other stuff goes, a lot of you have been saying that I should be doing some decoration, and I probably should. I just I hesitate to put roofs on top of buildings if I know I'm going to be building higher on them. I guess that's not really that much of an issue anymore because we have the ability to recover different materials, a portion of what we've used. But what we can do is we can go around and do some little decoration things. I don't really fully grasp the concept of all the boosts that they supposedly give you. I've always heard that was the case. I just haven't ever really paid attention to see if it, actually does anything. But we can put in, I guess we can put in shrubs. Oh, no, we have 1,500 science. Let's immediately start doing a number cruncher. That is going to be crucial. Put this guy right here. 100 gears. We have 100 gears? We don't. But we're going to super prioritize this guy. He's going to make our lives so much easier. So while we're here, let's go ahead and to decorations, unlock the shrub for 20 science points. And see if we can find a couple good spots to put one of these bad boys. Looking for just kind of odd little corners. Actually, this is not a bad spot. This will connect to a lot of stuff being in there. Also not a bad spot, even if it is kind of gaming the system, finding a corner no one's actually going to look at. Is that cheating? Maybe. Do we care? Probably not. We just want to have somewhere where beavers are going to walk past it. Like maybe, right here is probably a good choice. I can't build anything there anyway. Put that guy right there. Can I put underneath this? I sure cannot. Okay, well, that was worth a shot. Let's see what other places. Oh, I can be planting some trees up here. Maples. Let's go. Okay, good. Oh, that's a birch slated. Okay, we'll take care of that eventually. That seems to be going pretty well. And Drought's almost over, which is nice. I don't think we're going to get through the next one entirely, depending on how long it is, because we're already at about 30 minutes. But we'll see. We will definitely see how far we can get. Can't really come a moment too soon, because we kind of need more stuff. Oh, we're still waiting on this to be built? Okay, I was kind of hoping this would be finished before the for the next wet season, but I guess as long as it's done before the next dry season, we should be in good shape. Let's see. I guess we want this bottom part to fill up first before we start doing too much over here. I was kind of hoping we could get more of this blown up. I guess I... you know what I did? I didn't connect this. Okay. That explains why that was taking so long. Sheesh. Alright, well. That's a mistake I guess I don't have to make again. How are we doing over here in terms of labor power? We have, okay, we have 2 golems we haven't assigned. And we're actually starting to make a little bit of science. We're still 57 gears away from having a number cruncher. My god, okay. I can't really unlock anything else. Unless this already set up. So I guess we'll just add, right now we'll just go ahead and add 2 more haulers. Because, you know, you can kind of always use those. I'm so tempted to start building this other district, but I know I can't yet. Gotta have some more beavers. So I think we've actually reached our kind of our limit on having more of these. Oh, I don't have any storage for dandelions. All right, well, that's going to be a problem for somebody else later. We'll just ignore that for now. Let's put in one more breeding pod here. See if I can find another good spot to put one. Try to keep all of them kind of in the same spot. Oh, this can go away. Grilled chestnuts. We already have storage for those. So I can turn this into something else if I felt like it. Is there something decorative I can put here? Well, I kind of have to use science to unlock most of this. I mean, I could just put a shrub. That's kind of boring, though. I missed the old trick in Update 2, where because of the shape of the tanks, you could just get a platform and a roofing tile there and get some free points that way. Oh well. What you gonna do? Live and learn, right? So I'm gonna put in, because I can almost promise you we're never gonna have too many of these guys going here. Let's just put 2 more of these breeding pods, and I think I will plant. Can I plant more berries? Probably. Shouldn't be a problem unless I don't have a forester down here, which I might actually not. I think we got rid of that. Well, if they don't plant blueberry bushes, I guess we'll just put something else here. No big deal. Okay, what is in front of... Okay, that's being cleared that we can't put anywhere because we don't have any storage. Oh. Well, they should be able to get it. We got storage space. It's... Look, okay, never mind. I guess the gatherer flag is not going to gather dandelions from the ground. Even though this looks like a couple of bags, some crates, and... Well, they're not 2x4s, but you get what I'm getting at. Huh. Okay, well, that's going to be interesting. At least we're making other food. Maple pastries. Those are going fast, though. These are all built. They're starting to be occupied. This is gradually filling up. That's what you want to see. Number Cruncher is still 19 gears behind, but progress is... Hey, there's some happiness. Where are we getting that from? Probably the maple pastries. Oh, we're getting aesthetics boost, I guess. But let's find one of these. Okay, I'm going to try to look for one of these shrubs that's actually built, because I want to see what kind of bonus these guys are getting. Okay, so this is actually... Why is it purple? Alright, let's find a guy who comes in contact with the shrub. Anybody going in or out of the housing here? So I want to see what kind of effect it puts on here. I guess we'll be waiting a long time. Is there another one I put somewhere else and I just don't remember? Was it down here? No. Was it over here? I don't remember. I just legitimately do not remember. Sheesh, that's kind of embarrassing. Went to all the trouble to place these things around and I don't remember where they were. Huh. Jeez, alright. You're a robot. That doesn't matter. Anybody can come in here at all? Nobody. I mean, I guess I can't really complain because there's not much going on over here. Here, I thought I was doing something smart. Oh, well. Now it is starting to get dark. Somebody come past this thing. Please. Alright. So you now have plus 10% working speed, plus 5% movement speed, plus 20% life expectancy. So I guess there's a tiny, or no difference, actually. Huh. You just kind of stood there. Ah, there you go. Now this guy has a +1 bonus from the shrub. Alright, well, I don't really understand it, but if that's how it works, that's how it works. Not going to catch me complaining too much more about that. Okay, now, I think we're going to get a... Oh, that's... Okay, that's because I have this set up. Well, I was about to say, what is going on? Alright, we're starting to flood down here again, which is... I thought I had fixed that so this wouldn't happen. Okay, well, here comes our drought warning anyway. I guess this is just barely enough flow coming through where it's not going to be a problem. This is backfilling? No, it's level. Okay. I have all of this set at the correct height. Looks like it. Okay, well then that's about as much water as I'm going to get in here. That's fine. Oh, this doesn't have planks. Okay, we definitely need the planks. Do we not have... Oh, we have 343 planks. Are you kidding? Oh, we only have 13. We only have 20 in this district. Okay, well. This should be done before too long. Yes, I expect this to overflow when this floodgate's put in place. But we will be solving that problem. Hopefully. Okay, now they just need to finish this. Alright. So now that is storing up a whole bunch of water. That's in good shape. Let's check and make sure this is not... Okay, let's get somebody to come in here and fill this back up a little bit. Maybe. Well, it's during the nighttime hours, so that's fine. We have a golem to assign to a job. Oh, this is operating. I must have missed that. But now we can actually afford to start putting in golems in other spots. Like, what else? Is that going to be 500? I don't have 500. I need something for 250. That's 500. Bakery, 750. Wheat flour. I guess that makes sense. I'm not going to waste it on that. That's 1,000. What's the gear workshop? 1,000. Man, what am I supposed to do with these guys? What's the grill? 750. I thought there's had to be something for 250. Is it this, the water dump? I'm not going to waste it on that. I guess we'll just hold on for some more stuff. Oh, I can be planting some more maples. Ever so slowly. Okay, we're growing more stuff here. Looks good. We can detonate this. That's for sure. Go ahead and backfill this as well. I doubt they get to this terribly quickly, but it's progress nonetheless. Now we have a whole bunch more of these beaver babies possible to be born. We have plenty of food, plenty of water, plenty of berries. We're in good shape. I think this is sustainable. I guess they're just not enough storage for planks in this district. We didn't really, need very many of them, so I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, this is definitely bursting at the seams here. We're going to need a better solution. Well, of course I was counting on some of this coming out the side anyway, but we're not quite there yet. I'm just glad we have some water stored up here. That's going to be helpful to us. As the droughts go on, we can strategically release some of it and keep this area hydrated. I gotta find something to do with these guys. I guess I'll just go ahead and save up for the gear workshop. Shouldn't be too much longer to get that unlocked at this rate. I thought I saw the science go down. Am I just seeing things? I must just be seeing things. Okay, well that's comforting to know that I'm insane now. Okay. I'll put this back up to 3 because we're going to get a little bit of a bonus water coming out here. All right, now this can, we'll stay at 3. I don't think, oh, I didn't even make enough of a dent for that really to matter, so, okay, that's fine. But we have all this 30-day drought. Okay, well, I don't think we're going to get through this one in this episode. We'll see. I don't know the exact breakdown of day per minute, but I would venture to say it's going to take longer than another 20 minutes to get through a 30-day drought. I could be wrong. I actually probably should time it, just so we know. All right, well, next time it gets down to 29.0, I'll take a look at the recording timer. I guess we can keep track of it together, because it's probably useful information other people might want to know. If I don't forget. All right, now, other problems to take care of when we eventually get down there. We still don't have a lot of wood, because... Now, hold up. Why are none of these cut? Okay, they're actually marked for cutting. Is that because... Okay. These lumberjack flags were deprioritized. That should explain it. All right, 29.1 days left. Give me 29.0 and we'll do a timestamp. Okay. Recording timer is at 44:10 when it changed. And we'll check back and see at 28.0 and see what it is. But I expect it to be somewhere between 1 and 2 minutes. We'll see. Okay, so let's go do something else real quick. In this district we have not enough storage for wheat flour, not enough storage for wheat. We have plenty of storage for bread, though, which is, I guess, kind of funny. So we need grow potatoes. Oh, we already had storage for bread. So this should actually, instead of bread, this should be, let's say, wheat flour. And we'll make this to obtain, so it's right next to the bakery. That should help a lot. Because regular wheat can get stored in the farmhouse, and we're not ever really going to harvest so much to really overwhelm anything, but having wheat flour in its own special space is probably a pretty smart idea. I'm going to go ahead and unlock the gear workshop for golems and get these guys going. Because we definitely need to have more gears than we currently do. And continue that process. We need more trees. We really need more trees. So that was my hope for building, a lot more of these breeding pods, is that we need to have more guys to cut more trees and plant more trees. Believe it or not, we still have 12 open vacancies. And I think we're fine, honestly. The amount of stuff we're growing. It's just not always appropriately utilized. So let's go ahead and make sure we're being efficient for everything else here. I think we're okay. Especially this district. Is there anywhere else? I didn't want to plant trees down here because I was planning on expanding stuff, but I didn't think it was going to become that much of a crunch for trees here. So, of course, that was the intent behind putting this other district here. We just don't have the beavers for it yet. I mean, I guess we could technically start it and just not be worried about it. Well, before starting something, it's probably smart to pre-plan stuff. So if I were to put in warehouses here with the basic staple foods, I'm not going to worry about berries. We'll do bread, we'll do carrots, we'll do grilled potatoes. What other... I guess I could import grilled chestnuts, why not? Grilled chestnuts and then... sunflower seeds, I guess we don't have a ton of. I guess we could just leave that as the way it is. Then put boring things like, oh, I don't know. Maybe not gears. Well, I don't know. Now I got to think about this. Instead of putting a mini warehouse here, maybe we just put in some of these small ones. Do 4 of those mini dudes. And put in... Oh, not small warehouses. No. I misspoke. I wanted the small industrial piles for all those other things. The idea is to just kind of have everything pre-ready to go. Okay, we've got logs. I guess we can do 2 of those. Then we'll do... Probably aren't going to need metal stuff, so I guess I'll just do planks. Can always use those. We'll do that, and then we'll put some stairs here to get up there. We'll have this all hooked up. The idea is we'll have pretty much everything ready to go once we have guys in here. Put a drop off. That's the wrong button. What are you doing? R, not E. E rotates. Q rotates. R rotates the item, not the camera. Okay. Drop off point can go here. We'll put a distribution post. Oh, right here is actually not a bad spot. Put that there. We can flank it with a couple of tiny water tanks. Put a path there. Probably decent usage of space. I probably am also going to want to put a distribution post close by over here just to make sure that our travel time is short between districts, because that is the most efficient use of, well, beavers, so it's not manpower, but you get the idea. Just put that guy right there. And now that should be in good shape. This is already being stored. This is too far to be putting anything in, but we do have some basic food. And once these tanks of water are built, we'll be in good shape. And look what I did. I stopped timing. I think. Okay, we're at just past 50 minutes when this went to 25. See how easily I get distracted and forget to do stuff. How annoying. It was like 50 minutes, 10 seconds. All right. So we got to keep a watch on this. I know those of you watching along at home can do absolutely nothing to stop me from forgetting again. I fully recognize that, and that's just the way it is. We're not really going to be able to get around that. At least not right now. Now we have 2 more of these golems to assign another job. I don't need to worry about smelters quite yet. I don't think that's really necessary. I could do grist mills, but there's only one of those in here. What else? Keeping an eye on this, don't worry. I guess we could just do grills. Yeah. Let's put our golems in there. Okay. 24.2. We're already past a minute, so I think it's probably about a minute and a half. So now this is about to be 51:40. Yep, okay, so it looks like it's 90 seconds. Give or take a few seconds for error. 90 seconds per cycle. So yeah, a whole 30-day drought is going to take an hour and a half. No, it's not. 45 minutes. Look, I took music major math, okay? That's you show up, you have a pulse, you get an A. That's oh my, okay. We're just going to move right on past that. You don't work here. Work at this one. This isn't the other district yet. One other thing we could be doing is put in a barracks, which they're not going to be able to reach that. I guess I could put this right here. Maybe this fits nicely here. Oh, yes, it sure does. Nope, because there's a tree. Never mind. We'll have somebody delete that. I guess I could just go ahead and stop this right now and put in a district gate. We'll just do that right here. All right, we'll do that. Put a district center. Find a good spot to put this guy. I guess right here is probably about as good as it's going to get for a while. Put in a couple more of these small water tanks. Why is this paused? Okay, let's unpause that. Now, where are these guys? Where are they going? So I thought I saw a beaver come up over here. Okay, well that was kind of weird. Alright, so we don't have anybody here, but we do have, well, we never actually built the water tanks. But I think they can finish. I think they can still get in here to build those. Do we have anybody going to come in here and do that? I actually don't know. I think they can still build those. They might not now. All right. We need this distribution post to be built. They built this one first, which I guess kind of makes sense. But as soon as this one is done, then we can start importing into here. And then we can send beavers over here. I wanted to put the house right here. There's a birch tree in the way. Oh well. Meanwhile, in Explosion Land, looks like we can do this one. We have a couple more here to take care of before we can probably detonate those. Turn this back on here. We have two more golems to find a home for. Let's see, I could do a forester. I already have both of these working. I have 1100 science. I kind of want to just, go for broke and hold out for 5,000. I know that's going to take a long time. But the rest of this stuff, we really don't need to be putting golems in yet. I guess if I really wanted to, I could put a second farmhouse full of golems in. But I'm just not worried about that right now. I think it's fine. Is there something I missed? Oh, they can't build this because it's not... Okay. Well, we will fix that by having it all be the same height. Run this all the way down. I don't think it's going to go that far. Okay. We finally have this taken care of here. Okay, these guys are going to start importing, or exporting rather, exporting logs. and planks. And for the time being, water. Once I get enough guys kind of stable in here, I'm going to start taking water out of probably this reservoir. But we have to have planks to build the rest of this stuff first. Alright, we're making some degree of progress. How are we looking on population? Alright, we're improving. We can go ahead and detonate all this. That was fun. Okay, waiting on dynamite to get this, and then we can detonate this and just kind of snake this back around. And then, you know, get that back down to where it's supposed to be. In terms of water, we're starting to be a little low over here to where these trees aren't going to want to grow right. So why don't we go ahead and do a strategic release? I guess is a fancy term to use for that. So we let 0.5 units out of this thing, which doesn't seem to have really helped much, but it is a pretty small little section of reservoir there. That might actually be doing something. No? Well, it looked like it sure was. Okay, yeah, we have 20.5 days. I'm not going to let any more water out of that one. Although, probably can get away with letting a little bit out of this. Just go down to 2 height. It's not going to be too big of a problem. So we are continually pumping out of this side with one of those pumps. I've never seen the water shrink up like that before. That's weird. Alright, we'll put that back up to 2.5 for later consideration. So that didn't save these trees, which means I probably need to put a water dump over here. How far does this reach? Okay, that's exactly as far as that reaches. I guess that's what I should have expected. How are we doing in this district as far as... Okay, injuries aren't looking too bad. I think, if I remember correctly, I put in... Yeah, I put in some of these... Oh, hey, look, we have a spot we can put a path. That could actually be useful later. So let's go ahead, kind of get ahead of everything here. Put in a couple more medical beds in spaces we can get to, but not before we put in a shrub. Oh, I can't build that underground? Ooh. Never mind. I tried shrub enthusiasts. Let the record show that I attempted and was thwarted at putting in some shrubs underneath all of this garbage. Alright, that is at the very least progressing to some small degree. Alright, that's looking good. I think we can pretty safely go ahead and start putting a couple of beavers in this other district. So we have 62 here, we have 30 here. Let's start with 2 beavers. And we'll go ahead and start planting some trees. Now, if I can position this in the correct spot, I'll be able to get... Oh, perfect. Exact perfect spot. We need to get some of these trees that are already here out. So we're actually going to want... It was actually pretty close here. Can I put... Oh, this is actually good. We'll just put 3 here. We'll save some space. I guess it doesn't really matter where all this goes. We'll go ahead and just get rid of these things. I don't really care. Didn't put any paths here. No. Alright, so this, of course, is not connected by path. We can detonate these now. Okay, that's 9 more of these guys we can pop in. Alright, let's connect this up with the path. We are reaching the end of our time for today's episode, but I did want to go ahead and get these trees starting to plant here. And we're going to put in... Let's just put a whole bunch of maples. Why not, right? Oh, I made a mistake. I did not mark all of these trees for cutting. Well, good news is I can go ahead and do that right now. There we go. These guys can get to work on that. And we'll just start planting trees, I guess, kind of like this. I don't want to plant inside the reservoir. What are you doing? It's going to take them a while to actually get to these things. They will eventually cut these birches down here, which reminds me we actually need storage. That's one thing we need. We need to put a barrack here, and then we also need large industrial piles, which actually probably should have gone here, and I am just now realizing that. That's unfortunate. Oh well. I can, however, take advantage of this space here and put in one of these guys right there, connect up a path. And actually, no. We're going to be intelligent. And we're going to put our guys up here because we can. And we can have this entire thing double stacked and put our pathway, if I can find somewhere decent to put it. Actually, no, let's not put that there. Let's put this here. There we go. These, of course, will all be logs. Well, I guess one of these should probably be planks. Should be that guy. Logs and logs and logs and logs and more logs. Alright, so that is, I guess they just decided to build that stuff first for whatever reason. Alright, we need to not have 100 planks stored in this district, although, I mean, I guess we might eventually need them. Let's tone that down, not 320, no, no, no. Tone that down to 20. I don't think they're going to take anything out of the drop-off point, but as we use them, it won't be replenished, which will be a nice, nice thing. All right, we can go ahead and get rid of this. Yeah, we're already eating up so much extra time, but I did want to try and get a little bit more done with our projects here before finally calling it a day. I think we can be pretty happy with this. We're almost halfway through the drought, and I think that's where we're going to end when we get to that halfway point. We have seven of these guys that do not have a home currently. So we'll just go ahead and max out our hauling post. And then I really want to save the science for these bot part factories, because that's injuring most of our beavers. So I don't think I'm going to be doing any other changes at this time, other than to we'll just make this farmhouse golems, because why not? No reason not to do that. So yeah, these guys are complaining there's nowhere to connect to because the pathway's not finished being built yet. So calm your jets. It's going to be okay. More importantly, we have some more beavers we can, you know, send somewhere else. So now we should have a grand total of 5 majestic beavers here, including some that can work in these lumberjack flags. So they're going to get to work on that. We'll be in good shape for them. And I think this is going to be a good spot to leave it for today. We did get a pretty good amount of stuff done. Not quite everything I wanted to take a look at, but we did do some big improvements to storage. We've kind of streamlined this whole thing over here. Got some nice wheat flour. We're making maple pastries. We're making bread over here. And we have very nice, robust food storage. We've got farmland. Well, I guess we could have planted some more sunflowers here, so we'll do that before we say goodbye. Just go all the way over there. Yep, looking good. Everything that is supposed to be cuttable is cuttable. Can this guy reach down here? They sure can. Cool. Now they're still gathering chestnuts, I believe. This is the chestnut one? Yeah. Oh, we're making plenty of them. Our storages are looking mighty fine. I like the art for these individual little crates of stuff. It's fun. Art style in this game is extremely good. Do my eyes deceive me? We have an unemployed beaver. Have we finally reached equilibrium? I think we have. Boy, that's exciting, isn't it? Now that makes me kind of want to find something else to build. Oh, we can turn one of these back on. There you go. Well, both of them. Now we can finally start getting some more of these metal things harvested. Eventually, we're going to want to get over here as well, which I think I can still do in this district. Yeah, that's going to be... You know what? Let's just go ahead and build these. Just because we can. I think that's going to require some stairs. Yep. And they're getting right to work on that. I guess we'll just go ahead and put one of those there. We'll just let them slowly work on that. This one also has the underground ruins, which we will, eventually get to. Yeah, let's before we're done for today. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of a release here, just to get some more water down here to pump out. I like having the water in reserve. It seems to be working quite nicely. So we'll put that back up to 3 where it belongs. And yeah, that is going to be it for today's episode. We got a little bit past halfway in the drought, so thanks for sticking with me a little bit longer than we normally like to do. But I think it's worth it. Got our number cruncher in place. We have now, in this district, we have almost as many, well, we have exactly as many golems as we do actual beavers now, because we have 30. So I think we're going to be able to start exporting golems to District 1 pretty soon, because we have, well, we do have power when they can actually, feed it logs. So I can put some charging stations in, and then we'll be in good shape for that. Actually, I can't resist just putting these in place anyway. So we'll put those there, and then maybe next episode we'll start exporting some golems and have them take over some of these jobs. Because you know what that means? As soon as you have beavers have to do less work, you can give them more leisure time, which, almost always is a good thing. And I think we can go ahead and put in our last string of dynamite there. Yeah. We're in good shape going into the second half of, well, I guess we're already in the second half of this drought here in cycle 20. Cycles go faster in hard mode for some reason. But yeah, we're going to be just fine. I think our days of food and water crisis are long past. And we are moving toward the end of this playthrough in probably a couple episodes, even though we really haven't done too much in the way of decorations or monuments or anything. We're laying a very, very strong groundwork, and the more golems we have, the more golems we can make eventually when we can actually have them start self-replicating. And that means the more stuff our other beavers can focus on. So yeah, as always, I really appreciate each and every one of you who watch these videos. It means a lot to me that you take time out of your day to watch a complete stranger play a post-apocalyptic beaver city builder. Seems kind of crazy out of context, but, you know, it's fun. It's a good game. I enjoy playing it. I enjoy making these videos, and I know there's a lot of you who enjoy watching them and contributing in the community with the comments. As always, I read every single comment that is posted. Can't always reply, but I do my best to try and reply to as many as I can. And it is just so much fun to interact with people. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, want to roast me for bad decision making, or offer helpful feedback, or whatever, it's open. Whatever you want to say, whatever's on your mind. We have a bunch of friendly people in the comments, and again, it's just fun. It's a community game, right? It's a let's play. Let's play together, not watch me play the game and just accept whatever I do as the gospel truth. You probably shouldn't do that in most things in your life anyway, but it's always fun to solicit feedback and advice and work together with stuff. So it's your playthrough as much as it is mine. So anything you want to see, let me know. We'll see if we can integrate some of your ideas and have a good time together as we finish this out. But yeah, that is all the time I've got for today. Whatever it is that you're going to be doing for the rest of your day, stay safe, have fun, and until the next episode, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.